Welcome, dearest soul, to this sacred space of insight and transformation. Thank you for opening your heart and spirit to the divine wisdom that flows through the cards. As we begin this reading, I invite the loving presence of Spirit to join us, surrounding this moment with clarity, protection, and higher truth. May the messages we receive today bring healing, inspiration, and direction for your journey ahead. This is a general reading, meaning the messages may resonate with many, but only take what aligns with your spirit and gently release the rest into the universe. And now the very first energy that emerges from the deck is the flowering card symbolized by the Queen of Pentacles. This energy is unmistakably yours. It reveals a time in your life where you are stepping fully into your personal power, rooted, grounded, and flourishing. You are reclaiming your authority not only over your external world, but also over your inner kingdom. There's a sense of renewal here, of coming back home to yourself. You've been laser focused on your career or personal ambitions, nurturing your path with dedication, and now your efforts are bearing fruit. You're standing in a space of financial independence, emotional maturity, and practical wisdom. It's not just about working hard anymore, it's about finding fulfillment and flow in what you do. Spirit acknowledges the beautiful energy you've cultivated around your life's work. It is blossoming, and so are you. But alongside that, I see a gentle nudge from the divine, a reminder that healing is still unfolding. The King of Cups appearing here as the healing card, whispers of deep emotional restoration. You've endured storms, beloved soul. Perhaps you've recently emerged from a painful relationship or navigated the difficult terrain of emotional or even physical pain. But take heart, for Spirit confirms you are on the path of renewal. Your heart is mending. Your inner waters are calming. And you are learning to trust again, not just others but yourself. And yet there's more. I see the exhaustion card aligned with the Nine of Wands. This energy tells me that you've been in warrior mode for a long time. You've carried heavy burdens, fulfilled responsibilities that may have gone unseen, and fought through battles, some external, many internal. And while you've come so far, it's left you drained. Spirit sees your tired bones, your weary soul. There is honor in your endurance, but now is the moment to rest, to allow your body and spirit to exhale. Even as life begins to flow in your favor, you are being asked to slow down and allow the healing to fully integrate. You don't need to carry everything anymore. The universe is offering to hold some of it for you. After the weight of what you've been through, Spirit is gently acknowledging the emotional exhaustion that still lingers in your aura. The scars of the past relationship, the confusion, the heartbreak, the constant emotional turbulence have taken their toll. But there is a powerful turning point here, beloved soul. You are now stepping into a phase of recovery, rebirth, and realignment. The Trust card has appeared in your reading, a sacred symbol of the Fool, the sacred traveler. Spirit is inviting you to take a leap of faith once more. Even though someone may have once betrayed your trust, even though your heart has been bruised, you are learning to open again. You are being called to embrace the unknown, to say yes to new beginnings without needing to see the entire path ahead. It's not easy, is it? To trust again after being let down. But Spirit whispers, your courage is your power, and this leap will not lead you to the same pain. It will lead you home to yourself. Following this, I see the Turning In card, a quiet, introspective energy represented by the Four of Cups. It tells me that after the storm, you pulled back from the world. You chose solitude, stillness, and deep emotional healing. And that decision was sacred. You honored your pain with rest, with silence, and with spiritual reflection. You allowed yourself to sit with your soul and listen to what it needed, and now that healing has created space for something new. Looking into the near future, I see vibrant energies swirling around you. The Participation card, echoing the Four of Wands, tells of community celebration and shared joy. You're stepping out of isolation and into connection. There are opportunities ahead to socialize, to meet new souls, and to engage in vibrant, meaningful collaborations. Whether through travel, creative projects, or friendships that span continents, you're about to expand your world in extraordinary ways. Imagine yourself connecting with people from all walks of life, learning from their wisdom, and weaving new threads into the tapestry of your destiny. The four corners of the earth are opening to you, and with them comes celebration, laughter, and renewal. But amidst this expansion, Spirit shows me the Schizophrenia card, a symbolic moment of inner tension. This is not mental illness. Rather, it is a metaphor for being caught between two worlds, two choices, two directions. You may feel suspended between your past and your future, between safety and adventure, between fear and freedom. It is the soul's moment of indecision when the heart says yes, but the mind wavers. Know this, you do not need to have all the answers today. What matters is your willingness to keep moving, even if it's just one small brave step at a time. He, you are now approaching a threshold moment, a space between what was and what is yet to be. The energy around you is shifting, delicate, uncertain, but full of potential. Spirit shows me that you're standing at a crossroads where a decision must soon be made, and while that decision may not yet feel urgent, its presence is stirring within you. You may feel suspended in the in-between, not quite anchored in the past, yet not fully grounded in your future. This liminal space can be disorienting, like walking through mist. But don't be afraid of this pause. It is not stagnation, it is gestation. Something is being born within you, a new direction, a new chapter, a new version of yourself. In this moment, Spirit gently encourages you. Do not rush. Do not force clarity before it is ready. Instead, take this time to rest, reflect, and replenish. You have been through a great deal, both emotionally and energetically. The healing is still in motion, and your soul needs time to realign before stepping into the next cycle of expansion. The participation energy from before suggests that very soon your life will grow busy once again, filled with activity, connections, collaboration, and movement. You may find yourself immersed in work, surrounded by new social circles, or even presented with opportunities that involve travel and global interaction. For this reason, Spirit says rest now, so you may rise with full strength later. As we now shift into the main reading with the Art Nouveau Tarot, the very first energy that rises from the bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. Her presence is profound, mystical, and deeply sacred. She is the keeper of hidden truths, the guardian of inner wisdom, the silent watcher who sees beyond the veil. The High Priestess appears when you are being guided to turn inward. You may be drawn to solitude, introspection, or even spiritual study. Perhaps you've already begun learning something new, seeking wisdom that aligns with your soul's calling. Whether in your career or personal growth, your mind is awakening to new levels of understanding. But beware, the High Priestess also speaks of secrets, of hidden truths that have yet to be revealed. There may be things happening beneath the surface, words, unspoken intentions, concealed truths withheld. Someone around you may not be fully transparent. Spirit wants you to know that you won't receive answers unless you ask the right questions. And yet, even more importantly, the High Priestess urges you to trust your intuition above all else. That quiet knowing within you, that subtle pull, that whisper in your heart, it is not your imagination. It is your higher self trying to guide you through the fog. She does not shout. She waits. She does not chase. She listens. And when the moment is right, she reveals what was once hidden, but only to those who are truly ready to see. Energy. The energy surrounding you now feels thick with mystery. There are things that remain unspoken, truths that lie beneath the surface, like shadows beneath still waters. Spirit reveals that someone, or perhaps several people, have chosen silence over honesty. Something has been deliberately hidden from you, swept beneath the rug where eyes cannot see and words dare not touch. You may feel intuitively that something is off, and you're not wrong. There is a sense of being kept in the dark, left out of conversations, or surrounded by half-truths. Spirit shows me that information is being withheld, and others are not willing to reveal the whole picture. And yet you know. You may not have all the facts, but you can feel it in your bones. That quiet voice inside of you, that's your truth teller now. The High Priestess still lingers beside you, urging you not to chase answers from outside sources, but to dive inward. This is your invitation to return to your sacred inner space. You are being drawn back into your spiritual power, learning to navigate not with logic, but with intuition, instinct, and soul sight. Because when others fail to speak, your spirit becomes the voice you must follow. And now a powerful shift appears in your reading. The Ten of Pentacles rises, marking the end of a karmic cycle. This signifies the closing of a long-standing chapter, possibly a marriage commitment or shared partnership, especially one involving material or financial ties. What once felt stable and secure has now dissolved. That chapter has closed, perhaps not with clarity or closure, but with finality nonetheless. The connection you were once bound to emotionally, spiritually, or financially has been severed. And yet from endings come new beginnings. The Page of Coins emerges as a symbol of something fresh, a new financial opportunity, a payment, a settlement, or compensation that results from the closing of that relationship. It may have been the material aftermath of emotional collapse, a gift perhaps bittersweet arriving as both reward and reminder. But Spirit sees your heart still aching. The Moon card appears like a veil over your emotions, revealing a time of deep sadness, confusion, and uncertainty. This card does not speak in facts, it speaks in symbols, illusions, and hidden feelings. You may be navigating shadows right now, feelings of isolation, betrayal, or deception. You've been walking through a fog of unspoken truths. You felt lost, perhaps anxious, unsure of who or what to trust. But through this time of darkness, you are also undergoing a sacred initiation. The Moon teaches us not to fear what we cannot yet see, because sometimes the greatest truths reveal themselves only in the dark. You are being shaped by this silence. You are being transformed in this void. And soon, clarity will rise just as surely as the moon gives way to dawn. There are heavy thoughts circling your mind like restless winds in the night. Spirit sees that your soul has not been able to truly rest. Perhaps you've been lying awake night after night, eyes wide open in the dark with a heart full of worry. The mind races toward worst-case scenarios, replaying old memories, wondering what could have been done differently if anything at all. This is the energy of emotional and mental fatigue, the kind that drains you not just in body but in spirit. There's a sense of inner turbulence, a shadow that creeps in during quiet hours. You may be moving through waves of anxiety and even mild depression, though you wear your strength like a cloak no one else can see. But even in the midst of these heavy clouds, the fire within you is stirring again. The Queen of Staves, also known as the Queen of Wands, emerges like a glowing ember in your soul. She reminds you that your inner fire is not extinguished, it is simply waiting to rise again. You are beginning to reclaim your power piece by piece. Your confidence, your courage, your divine radiance, they are not gone, they are returning. This card may also represent a person from your past, perhaps an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, a fire sign whose presence played a powerful and perhaps painful role in your recent experience. This may have been the individual connected to the emotional unraveling, the one whose actions left behind a trail of questions and wounds. Yet beyond this, the Queen of Staves may be you, or at least the version of you that is now rising from the ashes. She travels, she creates, she acts with boldness and conviction. Perhaps you've recently taken to travel short or long to escape, to rediscover, to remember who you are beneath the ache. And yes, the moon still lingers as a symbol of movement, both physical and emotional. Yay. And now I see what rests on your mind, deep within your mental and emotional core, the Queen of Swords. She is powerful, she is resilient, but she is also solitary. This queen has walked through fire and frost, and now she chooses wisdom over illusion. You are embodying her energy, fiercely determined to heal, even if that means cutting yourself off from the world to do so. You've been feeling lonely, isolated, and perhaps even misunderstood. But it's not because you've given up, it's because you are protecting your energy as you rebuild your strength. The Queen of Swords rules truth. She speaks it, she demands it, and she refuses to be deceived again. This is especially relevant if you have gone through a separation, divorce, or the end of a long-term bond. This queen often walks alone, but not from weakness. She walks alone because she chooses peace over pain, truth over comfort, and clarity over chaos. You are not broken, dear soul. You are sharpening. You are not cold. You are healing. And Spirit honors every silent step you take in the direction of your freedom. Heart at 6. As we step into the future energy, Spirit shows that the path is still not entirely clear of challenge. There is one presence that still lingers in your field, a person whose energy continues to stir pain not through actions alone, but through words as sharp as knives. This individual may still have some hold over you, whether emotional, verbal, or psychological. Spirit reveals the energy of cruel speech manipulation and emotional attack. Their words are not just careless, they are weaponized. They speak in a way that seeks to dismantle your confidence, to belittle your light, to push you into self-doubt. They know which buttons to press. They know where your pain lives. and every interaction feels like another wound reopened. You may be asking, why does this person still have power over me? And the answer is because you're still healing, but not because you're weak. Your heart is still disentangling from the cords that bound it. But the process is already in motion, and now justice is entering the scene. The Justice card rises with divine authority. It marks a time of legal matters, karmic balance, and truth revealed. This may very well be the sign of a divorce, legal separation, or formal closing of a contract or commitment. Spirit shows that while the situation may have been deeply painful and complex, you are on the side of truth, and truth shall prevail. There is victory ahead for you. Though the road may feel slow or draining, you are walking toward resolution, balance, and freedom. If this is a court case, a legal proceeding, or a settlement of any kind, Spirit affirms that the outcome will be in your favor, not only emotionally but financially as well. A payoff, a settlement, or an energetic closing of the karmic cycle is approaching. This is not about revenge. This is about liberation. This is about reclaiming your power, your peace, and your path. And as the veil lifts on this chapter, Spirit shines a gentle light on your deepest hope to begin again. You carry within you the sacred longing to move on, to travel far from this storm, and to start fresh, not only in your outer life, but in your soul. You are yearning to breathe new air, to feel sunlight on your skin again, without the shadow of this past pain following your every step. That new beginning is coming, dear soul. Let the scales of justice fall where they may. Let Spirit carry you toward the life you are meant to live, a life of sovereignty, serenity, and sacred self-love. Hippie, as you continue forward on this sacred journey, the energy begins to shift. Spirit now brings forth a powerful message of new beginnings, but not without one last wave of transformation. First, we see the Ace of Pentacles, a divine sign of a brand new opportunity grounded in the material world. This could represent the start of a new job, a career path, or a financial doorway opening up just for you. The universe is offering you the seed of abundance, something solid, stable, and entirely yours. After all, you've endured. Spirit is granting you the chance to rebuild on your own terms. This is more than a paycheck. It's financial sovereignty, independence, and the power to create a life that is no longer entangled with anyone who sought to dim your light. Then comes the Knight of Swords rushing in like a windstorm of clarity and movement. This card often speaks of sudden news communication or a legal breakthrough. And in your reading, it's directly connected to the justice you've been waiting for. Spirit confirms a financial settlement is coming. The long-awaited message, the decision, the outcome, it's on its way, but not without echoes of the past. The Tower appears next, a card of upheaval, transformation, and divine redirection. This moment in your life has been nothing short of a spiritual earthquake. The collapse of what you once knew, perhaps the loss of a home, a relationship, or a job, was not meant to punish you, but to liberate you from what no longer served your soul. Yes, the experience may have felt like devastation, but it is through the ashes that your new beginning is born. You are still processing the emotional aftershocks, still standing among the rubble, but Spirit is clear this was necessary. What fell apart was never meant to last. It was built on illusions, on foundations not meant to hold your greatness. And now all that has been stripped away, you are ready to rebuild in truth, power, and divine purpose. Justice returns once more to affirm, do not give up. Rulings will be made in your favor. The universe stands with you. Your fight has not been in vain. The scales are tipping toward balance, and your courage will be rewarded. You are becoming financially independent, spiritually sovereign, and energetically free. A new job, a new life, a new path, all await you just beyond the dust of this collapse. Let the old fall away. Let Spirit guide your steps, because where you're headed is exactly where you were always meant to be. AG. As we come to the final energies in your reading, Spirit shows that you are still navigating through the heart of this legal transition. The wheels of justice are turning, and you are standing strong within the storm. The presence of the Knight of Michael, known also as the Knight of Swords, brings a powerful message. It's time to move swiftly. Choose clarity over chaos. Trust logic, not fear. This card signals that swift news is coming, likely connected to the very court case or divorce you've been awaiting. The pace is picking up. The energy is accelerating. Change is not just coming, it's arriving fast. And alongside this, the Queen of Michael appears, an echo of the Queen of Swords energy we saw earlier. She represents wisdom, born of hardship, and clarity carved through fire. She has walked through emotional battlegrounds and emerged not broken, but sharpened. Spirit affirms H, you know exactly what to do. Now is the time to focus on your future, on your career, your path, your purpose, not on rebuilding old relationships that drained your essence. The past taught you, shaped you, and yes, scarred you. But those scars are not signs of defeat, they are symbols of survival. A financial settlement appears again in this energy. Spirit confirms it. You will gain your independence both emotionally and financially, and more importantly, you will take your power back from the one who tried to diminish it. The individual who once disempowered you, who used words as weapons and shadows as control, they no longer have dominion over your life. The cycle is closing, and while you may carry emotional wounds for a time, they will no longer define your story, because now you are the author, you are the voice. You are the soul rising in her truth, and no one can take that from you. So, as we close this sacred reading, I invite you to breathe deeply, ground yourself, and remember, you are stepping into a new chapter, one written in strength, sovereignty, and divine protection. If this message has resonated with your spirit, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to continue receiving the guidance that spirit flows through this channel. Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear your story, your journey, and where you are on your path. Until next time, beautiful soul, may you walk in light, rise in strength, and rest in peace. PP, blessings be.